Good morning, everyone. It is July 26, 2026, and I'm about to start my walk. It's, it's not the sunniest morning, and I started walking later this morning. It's actually a Sunday morning, and yesterday was so hot. So when I checked the temperature for today, we're gonna hit the hundreds. However, which I should have gotten up much earlier, but I'm gonna try to get this 30-minute walk in before the scorcher hits. So people are already up and moving already. I guess they're gonna go hit the lakes and ponds and everything they can hit and get out early because, so we got this new system where from 5 o'clock to 9 p.m. the city charges you more to use your electricity. So that's the craziest thing. And so the executive who's over utilities, they're paying him like, sorry, yeah, my lips are dry. I didn't put lipstick on. They're paying him like $700,000 a year. Okay, so we're gonna have to make sacrifices for him for us to pay his salary. And so in the time that they're gonna double the utilities, it's a time when people gets off from work and they're settled in with their families from 5 to 9 p.m. So I guess my suggestion is, since you are going to be at work, most of the people are going to be out and about, unplug everything while you're gone during the day so that, you're not using any of that. Anything that has a light, everything turn off during the day. And then from 5 to 9, if you have to use something, then, go ahead and use it. But save all of your utilities during the day while you're gone. And then when you're, maybe even at night, if there's some things that you can turn off, go ahead and turn those things off at night. But when we're hitting temperatures of 100 degrees, not all of us are at work. A lot of us are at home. And so it's like they're slowly trying to squeeze the people out. Squeeze it to the point where they have to give them the things that are necessary to them to control them. And that is my theory. And that is it, and I'm done with that. But I'm gonna enjoy this nice walk, going up a back street that I've come up the street, but not on video. But I decided just to come up this back street because sometimes it can be monotonous when you walk, and you just gotta change up and do something different. The sun's about to cool down a little bit. I always have to pull out my camera when I'm dealing with people that I think that are trying to stop or they're trying to do something. So right now, going down the street, it's cooler, the sun's gotten up, the trees look good, and this truck right here, he was going real slow, or whatever, whoever's in this was going real slow. And I had to clock it to make sure it was doing what it was supposed to be doing. And so it's gonna turn this corner right here. That's why I take my phone with my camera and I make it quite obvious that I'm recording. And so I don't know if that truck that was lost, or I'm not.
Exercise ring closed.
I'm not going to second guess the intentions of anything. Probably a very innocent person driving, trying to find a street because it was coming slow on that side. And then when I sort of pulled my phone out and started talking again, it kind of went up, and then it kind of turned around, and I still stood still. I never keep walking, I just stand still. And it kind of turned a corner. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna cross the street because I think Yeah, I can play the cat and mouse game too. I can do that. And which street is this? This is Fernwood. So getting close to the house. So truck sitting there. I'm still got my camera. Still have my camera on that truck. Ain't playing with it. And so yeah, you have to be vigilant and you gotta watch and you gotta kind of know what's going on. Like this who knows? Yeah, but you gotta watch these people. And so I don't trust, I don't second guess, and I don't mind looking silly. Back to the home front. I'm sweating. I don't know if you can see the sweat, probably can't, but I'm sweating, and it's not even hot, sunny. But I was trying to get back here early where it was cooler so I can sit out for a minute. Okay, let me see. I walked for 42 minutes, almost 43, and I walked 1.38 miles. I could have pushed it if I'd have known for at least, probably turned the corner, walked up and come back for 1.5 miles, but I got up, I walked, and that was an important thing. My scripture today is Psalms 34:8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. I'm gonna say that because it didn't come out clear. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. So my main thought is, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Have you ever been to a place or somebody's house where someone they set a plate of food in front of you or a certain type of dish in front of you, and they say, you got to taste this is really good. And you kind of look at that plate, you look at the food or whatever, and it doesn't look pleasant to you. You don't like the way it looks. You don't like the way it smells. And so you basically say, no, thank you. Okay, so the person says, oh, I know. When I first, somebody first showed me this or told me to taste this, I thought the same way. I said, oh, no, it looks disgusting. And so finally, I got hungry, after a while, it was the only food that I could eat. And so, my stomach started to hurt. I was starting to feel a little weak. I was starting to panic because I didn't know where else I could get food. So I said, oh man, let me try it. And so I took a little spoonful, and to my surprise, it was really, really good. I mean, it was so good, I asked for more. And ever since then, I gotta have this food with me. I always put some on my plate because it's kind of my treat for the day because it is really good. Well, sometimes we think about the Lord that way. We think, oh no, following him is too hard. It's too many rules to the game, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this, you can't say that, can't hang with this one, can't hang with that one. That's just too hard. I'm not willing to walk alone, I'm not willing to isolate myself. I'm not willing to be different. I can't do that. I will not taste that. That does not seem good. It doesn't look good. It's not the life I want to live. I want to live my own life. I want to live free. I want to do what I want to do. And so, no, thank you. And someone says, I tried him and I know him. And he's better to me than I've been to myself. And some of you have heard that, that in a gospel song. And they have to tell us, and then things get rough. Those friends we want to hang out with, they ain't around, or they've gotten you in so much trouble, or they turned their back on you. They went in court and they testified it against you, and you thought y'all were all, together. You had the code that, we don't snitch on each other, and they all turned and snitched on me to save themselves. And now you're sitting out here alone, and you're lonely, and you're sad, and everything. And then you remember what your friends said about that: taste and see that the Lord is good. And then all of a sudden you get on your knees and you pray, you taste. And then some clarity start to come to your mind, and you start to see things, and you start to think how to figure things out. And something overcomes you, and you smile, and you feel full of it. You feel this presence, this spirit, and it's good. It's real good. And now you say, every day I gotta take a little bit of him with me. I gotta treat myself to him every day, because it's real good. So try him and know him. Taste him and see that is real good. Morning coffee is made. I don't know. I'm not hitting it on the spot like I normally do. And but it's good enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of really enjoying this sun hidden behind the cloud effect today. Well, where was it when I was walking? So, yeah, a few minutes ago, to y'all it was a few seconds ago, but it really has been about 10, 15, 20 minutes ago as I was walking. I am very paranoid. I want y'all to know that. I'm very paranoid. I'm very vigilant. I will read the worst case scenario into something that could be simple. And that is my protection. That kind of stuff protects me. I listen to my gut. This morning when I was walking, so I didn't like the situation. I didn't feel threatened, but I didn't like it. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to undermine it. It's nothing, like, hey, if it came to your attention, pay attention. And so that's number one I have to tell you. If you're going to go walk, pay attention. And it doesn't always become a strong gut feeling. If it comes to your attention, respond. And so one of the things I said, I could simply just cross the street. That's all I got to do. Can't cross the street. I can stop, and I can just suddenly go in the opposite direction. Or what I did was stop, pull out, put my phone up, because it's always in my hand, and I pretend I was talking on it, and then I started turning my camera around, and I was doing all like this, and that car turned a corner. And as I got to the corner, I noticed the car was pulled up to a house at the corner. I don't have good sight to see if the person's still in the car or they got out or whatever. But I moved back across the street. I moved back across the street away from the corner that I was at. And then I kept moving, and I kind of kept looking behind me. But I'm never going to underestimate anything. So if I look crazy walking zigzag and going across the street on my walk in the mornings, so be it. Better safe than sorry. Sometimes it's better to look silly than cute. And definitely, if you have strong gut instincts, follow your gut and respond accordingly. But it was really good walk today. It was good. I liked it. I walked a back street that I normally don't walk, and y'all don't know, I don't see things clearly. My sight is not a clear sight, defined sight, but I could be still a good witness. I see good enough that I can be a good witness, okay? I can describe you to a T. But it's still blurred, you know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to get up. I want you to start moving. And don't penalize yourself on their day if there's been days just ain't into it. So yesterday I had to go to Castle Rock, Colorado to a meeting for my job, my mentorship job. And the meeting was good. I mean, it was really nice. The time went by fast. Like Castle Rock is about 45 minutes out of Colorado Springs, and I'll say another 45 minutes if you keep heading north to Denver. So we have this mentorship cohort. We have 8 in the Springs, and I don't know how many are now in Denver. And so in order to meet with us, we have to meet in the middle. So they picked Castle Rock. So we met, and when I say it was too daggone hot, it was yesterday. Came back about, we left about 1. I was back by 2, a little after 2 and everything. And definitely at 100-something degrees, you ain't getting me to 80, 70, maybe 70, but fall 70, I will walk. But 70, summer could still be okay. It could be doable, but I wasn't going to do that. And so it was a really good day. It was a really, really, really good day. And so the day before, I can't remember if I walked or not, but I don't think I recorded the walk, or I recorded it, didn't like the recording, so I didn't post it. And but never feel guilty when you can't. Feel bad when you haven't done it for a while. Feel bad enough to say, I gotta make a move. I'm gonna tell y'all, all you gotta do is put one foot in front of the other and get started. You'll be glad you did. It's just like going to church. I just got to get there. I don't always want to. I mean, I don't always feel compelled to go, but once I get there, I'm glad I went. I'm glad there. But I don't want anybody trying to force me, because that's a personal decision. Don't dislike church. I love church. Brought up in the church. I always bring that up, but I like enjoying a Sunday, Monday. I like to enjoy God gave me all the other days of the week too, but there's something about Sunday. I don't care how many days I have off during the week. When Sunday comes along, I don't care. It does not look or feel the same as any other day of the week. And I especially love Sundays. I don't know what it is. And I like the freedom of, it's Sunday. I want to be outside. I want to do something fun. I want to walk downtown. I just want to just really enjoy it and just, experience it. And some people, they like to go to places of worship to feel that holy of holy. I like to be outside to feel that holy of holy of that day. But God bless you all. Itching. Been bit by, I don't know, probably every bug, spider in the world. And I'm working on this banner. It's a bead banner. And it just kept giving me problems. I don't know. I'm in a whole different subject right now. But I've always been a craft person. And I used to do these beads, and they're intricate. They're beautiful, And I've shown you on my videos the things I have on my door. So I have one I've been wanting to do for the fall coming up. And first of all, I don't have the pattern for it. But I have ways that I will take pictures and I will figure the pattern out myself. So this particular pattern I've been wanting to do for a long time. It has been difficult from the start. It started from even printing out. I was having difficulty printing it out. When I would go send it to a printer, the printer wouldn't work. And I ain't gonna tell you where I was trying to do that. Then I needed it in color. And it was just weird. And finally, it came out okay. Then I had it done. I laminated and everything, brought it home. I don't know where that thing is to this day. don't know if I accidentally threw it out, but I was cleaning out, and I never found it. So then I finally found in my drive the pattern that I had recreated, and I tried to print it out in my printer at home, and it wouldn't print it out right. The sizing was off, the color was off for the longest. Yeah, it was like, I don't think God wants me to make this thing. And I'm like, but it's nothing, it's very innocent in it. There's nothing, bad about it. So I decided to go to the public library. And so when I went to the library, perfect, printed out really nice. I came home, laminated it. I had to go back on YouTube and relearn how to do the peyote beading. And so, okay, I got the gist of that. Yeah, I remember that, blah, blah, blah. But then it was an odd count, which is a whole different rule to it. So I'm thinking, okay, so I'm trying to learn this odd count. It's just too difficult. I don't care who showed it. I can't figure it out. So I go to my old bead banner, the one I had with the parrot. And I look, wait a minute. When I initially did this one, it was odd. How did I do this? And I thought, oh, you did it wrong. Your beads are going on the edges are going in the wrong direction. If you would have learned how to do the odd one, all your beads would have sat straight down. But that's cool if I have to go like that. So then somebody else showed how to go ahead and make it in the even rows, and then you could add the last column in at the end. Cool. Do y'all know, I started and restarted this banner almost half the night. Second day in a row yesterday doing that. Just would not work for me. The count was off. I mean, just pull out, pull it. And so finally went to bed for the first time last night. Perfect. The bead banner was coming out perfect. So I was a little worried that since my stroke, things are just coming harder and slower. And because I even noticed at work, simple task, simple, I could throw that together, was starting to take longer. Even texting us, making a text message takes me a minute, because I don't know, I'm typing and I'm back typing, I'm correcting, I can't, it's just too much. Things that are just simple, it takes me a little time. And so what I do is acknowledge that I said, not as fast as I used to be. Eyes aren't good as they used to be. Things take me time. I cannot take on tasks or committees or anything like that because it takes me a long time. When I do it, finish it, it's really good, but it takes too much time. People ain't got time for that. People ain't got time to be waiting on this forever and ever and ever. And so I remember I'd be at work and they would say, oh, can you get me this? Hour later, here it is. Man, that thing should have took me at least 15, 20 minutes. And I was starting to realize that within myself. And even though they long forgot they'd asked me for it, I go, oh, what is this? Oh, thank you. One of the reasons why I'm glad that I decided to quit, they didn't have to tell me to go. I realized that within myself. I know that. I was kind of upset that I had to do that, but when I think about it, they were really good, they were really nice, and they held me down. But at some point, they would have to come to me and say, you know what, we love you, we appreciate your years of being in, working with us and everything like that. But I think it's a point in time, it is taking a toll on you. It's taking, and it's taking you more time to do things that we need to do more in a more fast manner. But they never said any of that. But I could only imagine, that's what they would have had to do. So if you ever get to the point, you guys, 50 or older, not 50 is kind of really young, start hitting your 60s, and you realize that you're slowing down When you realize you don't have it like you used to be, at some point in time, you got to know when to call it quits before they call it quits for you. Walk out of place with your dignity intact. I'm going to end this and say one more time. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good.